Time out with TIMO.
Open up your mind and let me in. Open up your mind and let me in. Open up your mind and let me in.
Welcome to Time Out with TIMO. I'm your host, TIMO, and so glad to be back in front of the camera, doing what I enjoy doing. I tell you what, folks, got a good show today. Got my brother and good friend joining me once again, Mr. Chris Baines. Welcome to the show, Chris.
Thanks, Tim. I'm happy to be here, ready to chop it up and get into it.
Hey, I tell you what, man. You and I, we talk off of social media a little bit and stuff. You've been causing some trouble lately on the Facebook. Not so much on Instagram, but you've been stirring the pot. What's going on, man? Why are you ticking everybody off on Facebook?
Well, the honest answer is that the truth is always offensive. We want to get straight to the point. But besides that, I think that I'm by nature countercultural, and I like to go against the culture, especially for the sake of truth. I love truth, and I want truth to be told. And I think we are the wokest, sleepwalkingest generation that it is, or maybe even the fact that we zombies, we the walking dead, because I don't think we actually paying attention to anything that's really going on. We are just sleepwalking. We just going. We just sleepwalking. We are the walking dead. We zombified through this thing. And our senses is not clicking.
So look, hold on. So let's back up a little bit, man, because all right, because see, this is how I look at it. I think the word woke has been just completely overused. Yeah. And I think once the word becomes a part of the everyday lexicon, it loses value. Some things you posted usually comes from the relationship arena, about the dating world or just marriage and whatnot. So why do some ladies online, some people may watch this, have seen some things you posted, some different debates you've gotten into. Why do you feel like some ladies love to say to you, you're just angry, or, you're an angry man, or who hurt you? They love to say that. Why do you think that's going to do the most?
I think, bro, honestly, it's just the most regurgitated trope associated to me because of who I am, what I look like. I'm just the angry black man. And it also ties into the other very, I would say, toxic lexicon of today. Who hurt you? So I think, it's you're angry, and you're angry because who hurt you? Yeah. So it's still a form of dismissal in a way to say, you're speaking about these things, no matter if they're true or not, only because you're coming from a place of hurt, and I think in the deeper fold of Black culture, African American culture, and some of its levels is that as the man, you're not supposed to show any weakness. You're not supposed to have. You're not allowed to have feelings, almost in a way. It's almost a betrayal. So it's, and I think at times, if we even go a little bit deeper, is that we are basically the pit bulls, the attack dogs for the women of our culture. And it's like, you just do what I tell you to do. Almost, like your mama would tell you.
So, all right. So let me back up. So do you think that if in today's society, if a man doesn't listen or doesn't do as he's told, that he's shamed as not being a real man?
Automatically, instantly. I think that's and what's making it even worse is that it's a rebuke that you see even come from not just males but females. You got the simps have to throw their sauce on that too. That it's automatically like, you know what I'm saying? I think when we be honest, that the women know that they can say and do these things because they know they finna get some automatic simp captain say back
Okay,
up.
okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, hold on. But this is what I'm gonna say about that.
I mean, you got me
I,
started, bro. I'm sorry if I'm going off on a tangent, but you got
hey,
me fired up. So,
but now I kind of see what they're talking about. Now let me stop. Okay, all right, hold on a minute. All right, so let's put
right.
it this way. I feel like that my honest, I see if I say opinion, then that means that a lot of what I say is going
Okay.
to be dismissed. And that's just what
Yeah.
that's just what he thinks, whether it's truthful or not. So
Exactly.
I try not to use that because
Exactly.
I've been accused of speaking in absolutes, but I can't help it because been
Right.
around a long time.
Right.
I've seen a lot of things and I know a lot of things. And there's some things that you do know for
Right.
certain. See, I think that's part of the problem when it comes to modern relationships is that nobody wants to admit that one person knows more than the other person. And sometimes it's the truth. So
Yeah.
if you got married really young, 19, 20, and you lived and you made bad financial decisions, you made bad relationship decisions, as far as throughout the marriage or relationship, let's say if there was something that was important to her as like an anniversary, and you thought maybe it was not a big deal. But you realize later on in life, it was not so much about the anniversary date itself. It was about a special memory that she held between you two. So we all can make those mistakes. So when you fast forward from
Yeah.
23 to 33, and let's say that marriage didn't make it, and you meet someone else at 33, when you try to explain to that person that, hey, these are some of the things that caused me problems in the past. So I feel like if I share with you what I went through and what I learned, we won't face those same challenges. But what's happening today
Mm-hmm.
is nobody listens to anybody because the one that
Yeah.
has the wisdom is the one that gets ignored. But when you have social
Mm.
media, people on here that's commenting and giving their advice, they'll listen. People will listen to
Yeah.
that over the person that's actually lived the life experience and have learned the lesson. And I think that's one of the things
Right.
when you comment on certain posts that people put out there, instead of them actually listening to what you're saying, the first word that's said that triggers them, which I don't even like that word, that's all they go off of. So everything else gets
Yeah.
dismissed and disregarded as if you said nothing. Like even now,
Yeah.
a lot of
Exactly.
people didn't hear what I just said.
Exactly.
All they heard was in their mind, I'm taking up for Chris. I'm agreeing with what
Right.
Chris
Right.
is saying.
Right.
But when you've lived and you've been around and
Right.
you've seen the things that we've seen in guys and men and women both who had their lives destroyed by a person who only cared about themselves, you have to learn. Every adult, every 5 years, you should be a new person. Now you should keep some of the same morals and the good qualities, but if you evolve by the time you're, from 15, 20, 25, 30 to 40 and on, every 5 years you should have matured properly. But by us coddling a whole
Exactly.
generation, we have a lot of underdeveloped people who've never grown up. So they're out here just playing with
Mm.
people's lives. I mean, do you agree with
Mm.
that? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I think you said it perfectly, but on the other side, I think you already done pissed a lot of people off.
Hey,
To be honest, but I think that just what you said was enough. And no matter, that's the other thing. No matter how well you say it, and how um even your tone, everything was calm. It wasn't angry. You used non-inflammatory words. All of that will still find some
yeah,
kind of way. It'll snake its way in there some way. Somehow you offended somebody because your tone,
yeah,
it was too
yeah.
calm, so you didn't
Or
feel
if
what
it's
you're saying.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
or if it's
or
one word that
if
they
it
just
was
didn't like.
emotional, yeah. Yeah, if you were more animated, then they would say you was too emotional, so you just angry. So I think, yeah, that's the real danger and the problem today is that no matter what you say, if somebody feelings is triggered anyway, what you said is just dismissed because you're wrong. You're offended.
There are some of us who are qualified to use these words. So some of us are,
Right.
but some people are not. Whatever. Take it, leave it. But
Right.
when I say that, I feel that a lot of people online that are discussing relationships, discussing marriages, they're not qualified. Like, I just don't think they're qualified.
No.
Not saying you have to be a psychologist or anything like that, but they haven't learned anything. They don't have enough life experience, because we both are men of faith, and I'm a Christian, you're a professed Christian, and I've definitely had my struggles with my faith over the years. Some of the challenges that
we all have.
Some of the challenges that I dealt with, I had to overcome. But as we know, that when the times get tough, that's what we that's what we leaned on.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate you, having me in TIMO Studios, and I'm happy to be here and to be the king of controversy, as I'm always being. I'm always stirring up something, and people. I think the reality is that I think we just got so far away from the reality that I think we need to be shaken up. We need some wake up call. And I think, we need some, to be kicked in our sensitivity and overly tolerant, intolerant butts nowadays, that I think that I can't sit idly by sometimes and just watch chaos go on and watch foolishness be promoted and not say anything.
I'm with you. I'm with you, brother. So what we got to do, man, we got to keep fighting the good fight.
And at the end of the day, I don't hate women. I love women. And I know my mama is black as well. And I know that, I'm hurt by somebody, maybe somebody that look like you, but at the same time, I'm being healed, and I'm being healed on a daily basis. Because at the end of the day, no matter what I said, if it offended you, talk to Jesus about it.
Brother, I'm trying to tell you, because I'm trying to stay out the Heartbreak Hotel, man. I don't want to be nowhere near that place again.
Right? Yeah. I know, man. I know it's rough, but hey, we made it through.
That's right, my friend. All right, brother. Good chatting with you, man. We will talk again soon, brother. Have a good night.
All right, bro. Appreciate you. Peace and blessings.
If everybody winning, who's losing? I'm trying to make it make sense. It's like it's so confused. I see the pain in your eyes from all the lonely nights. I swear I know how I feel. It just don't feel right.